came in. How are you doing tonight? We're playing Vampyr.
Yes, Nurse Crane?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution.
In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly,
certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke. And space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked, all right.
Good evening.
I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague.
Are you a doctor too? Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Do you work here alone?
Do you work here alone? Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
do you have to
Why do you have to watch? Because these poor fellows have no names.
We keep them
in case someone comes to report missing. Sadly, very rarely happen.
Why close the hospital?
Why close the hospital's main morgue? It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Are you afraid?
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many
Why should I?
Why should I?
These bodies are empty.
These bodies are empty vessels.
Flesh left to decay.
Flesh left to decay.
No soul anymore.
No soul anymore.
Gone.
All gone.
An
interesting point of view.
And quite an exotic.
And quite an exotic one, too.
Most people
fear or at least have respect for dead flesh.
As a
medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to take, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
How did you get this job after I left the army? I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here. Have we met before? I don't think so, sir.
Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead. Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Since
you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
A pawnbroker?
I expect you get
all types of people.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
What kind of goods? With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell. Some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you?
It's very unhygienic. Even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
I'm sorry you ended up on that plane. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange.
Who knows?
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. Scowl voices in the garden. Scowl voices in the garden.
Hey, Tiffany.
I should investigate.
I should
Hi,
investigate.
Tiffany.
If they were to find somebody.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
I'm doing well. Finished my paperwork. Start work today. My first day is the 18th. Hey, Hobbs.
Hey, Hobbs.
Thank you, Hobbs. I appreciate it. I think it's an intriguing game.
It is. It's Vampyr.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, work's been going pretty well. I like it a lot. I think my body's getting used to the new schedule, so it's not as bad as the first week. So it's getting a little bit easier to wake up that early. Just kind of getting used to it. And I think I'm going to try to keep a similar schedule. Not quite 6 o'clock in the morning for me, but like 7 o'clock in the morning for me, because I do like the nice that after work I can get some things done without taking time out of work.
It's locked. It's locked. Balls of Mars. Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Hunting mission.
Yeah, skeleton.
Hey, but if it's real or not.
Oh, this time period is real.
Yeah, it's gotta be real.
Oh.
Its behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Oh. Excuse me.
I cannot enter.
Sounds like something. Okay, we go. Oh, I'm gonna leave.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Ah, basement key.
Alright.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not our blood.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report.
I'd better look into this.
I'd better look into this. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean. The chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death.
Hey, Joshua.
Then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
You'll be able to make it too.
You have been defeated. Thank you, Hobbs.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
book.
It's locked. It's locked.
Must be downstairs.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really?
Why are you here then?
Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here.
Is someone taking care
Is someone taking care of you?
Yes.
Could you at least tell me?
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful?
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize
a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir.
Would it help if I gave you some
Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see.
Then maybe it's not.
Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick.
Perhaps your sore throat.
Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
And why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Oh, it's upstairs. That's right. Upstairs.
Please, Jonathan. Please, Jonathan. Come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body. Biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be also new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please. Go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in. It's locked, all right.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us, less resignation and more determination.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Yes, master.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
It's a pleasure to see you.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
You seem surprised.
Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night. Before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed.
Allow me to introduce
myself formally this time.
My name is
Lady Ashbury.
I remember you well.
In in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
I like how vampirism is treated like a sexually transmitted disease.
I know.
Apologies.
You've taken me by surprise.
You've taken me by surprise.
I'm very happy to see
I'm
you.
very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're
more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless.
You must have countless questions. But our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it.
Do you know where I should start?
Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion. But I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your
She's talking
condition.
about the disease passed from
Yeah,
man to
she's
man.
yeah, she is.
Read with no respect.
Uh-oh. This one sounds like trouble. She's yelling.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room. Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
If you continue
shouting, I'll have you restrained and gagged. Understood.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed.
I've been meaning to have a chat with you.
You know what goes on here. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many violent.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on.
Was there a case of
blackmail?
Blackmail?
Oh, you're welcome, Tiffany.
Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. No one of those incompetent cunts little poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more
about the goings-on here than anyone else.
Beware, Miss Jones.
Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches, greedy little eyes, just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you,
madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. Sick, scratching, slutty sores.
Really?
Oh my god! This lady's a nightmare.
Manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. One of the nurses is convicted on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones.
You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
The giant mold disguised as a hospital.
Cough in public.
Don't cough in public? Boy, it sounds like what we're doing now. Don't cough in public.
Whatever you do, don't put mayonnaise on your sandwich.
I put mayonnaise on my sandwich. What does that mean?
It means you're a sinner.
Oh, well, we do that.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman. Wouldn't you agree?
She told me you've been doing all in your power to cure her addiction for blood. Though unsuccessful, it's admirable.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's blackmailer.
Though I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady into your able hands.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe. Was he a vampire?
He was a Skal, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
Just for clarity.
What differences are there between myself and a Skal?
A Skal is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
How do Skals come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Where do we stand today?
To be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe
I don't
you're a
need to
vampire?
believe anything. I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within, it is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I see.
Have you ever
heard of Cotard syndrome?
Never. Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefied, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I'm assuming you must be a patient. Am I right?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
Who are you really, Miss Hammond? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? What do you require? Proof of my powers? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Every last one of them!
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me. Even the darkest thought is in my heart.
I wasted so much energy for so little result.
To you
The life
I'm so tired. Will this shift never end?
give the benefit of the doubt.
Must reads me like a book. So many deaths. And still walking.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Have you heard about any blackmail going on in this hospital?
Blackmail? Nonsense.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. I cannot enter. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once
ladies and gentlemen,
at the Rockefeller University in New
And this
York.
is horrorspice.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember.
Bye.
I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for